Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I hope you had a good week. We are here today with Adam. We're going to be talking about Chancer.com. And actually, I had several, when I announced I was doing an AMA with Chancer, I had several people reach out telling me they were excited about this one in particular. So I'm excited as well, just to kind of hear what they're doing, hear how it's different than the other stuff in the space, and see if there's a way for us to kind of all make money off of this together. So what I need from you guys in the audience as we're going, please hit the like button. That's the currency of YouTubers. We appreciate it very much. Please hit the like button. And if you have questions as we're going, or just, criticisms or anything, the sky's the limit. Whatever you want to talk about, go ahead and ask. I'll bring those up as they fit in, and we'll have kind of a good discussion here. So I have Adam here today. Adam, welcome. Thanks for being
Hello,
here.
mate.
Could you start us off? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Could I have you start off by just introducing yourself a little bit, give a little bit of your background, and then we will jump into Chancer after that?
Sure. Yeah, my name's Adam Kelby. I'm the CEO of Chancer. My background is predominantly like yourself, James, in marketing. Before that, I was actually a professional singer for a long time in all sorts of bands. There's some you might find some funny pictures of me online and stuff like that, of long hair and makeup and stuff like that. But for the last 10, 15 years of what I would call my professional career outside of singing, I've been involved in everything from marketing to big PR and also to commodities more recently. I have a quite good LinkedIn profile. All my professional accreditations are there. So yeah, and I'm Chancer is actually doing this with my brother. I'm the CEO. My brother's the head of product, and he should be joining us very soon. But as I told you just before we went live, James, we're both family guys, and unfortunately, on a Saturday, his young son, is kicking off a little in a tantrum. So he's getting them out of the house so we don't have a screaming baby annoying us on this call.
Well, no, I totally get that. So that's why I put this on-air sign up, was to tell my kids when they come up to my door, my office door, and knock on it. I kind of go like this, and then they leave
Exactly
me alone.
that.
So,
Yeah.
So I think
it's more he probably he's a Kelby as well, his son. So he's got a young boy, and I'm sure he just wants to get on camera and have a chat. So we'll see how it plays out.
Which is no problem with that. Well, awesome, great to have you. So maybe if we have time at the end, we could do some karaoke and have you do some singing for us.
Oh, I'll have to obviously invoice you for that, James. That's a separate business entity. But it's look, who knows if I mean, we'll get onto this later. But anything that the Chancer community want, if they want me and my brother to do a little sing off and bet who's going to be better, then you could place your money on there. Oh, who's coming in?
There we go. We got Paul right here. Paul, welcome.
There
How's it going, brother?
I am sorry for that. A little bit delayed. It's the issue of having a 5-year-old in your house on the weekend, bored, and sorry for being late, guys.
You know what? Family first. I like to see that that you're putting family first. That's awesome. All right, so we just did introductions. So we talked about Adam. Paul, tell us just a few sentences about yourself and your background, and then we'll jump into Chancer.com.
Perfect. Yeah, my professional background is actually in the staffing and recruitment sector. Been in that for the last 13 years, 10 years of that owning my own businesses. I also have had competition businesses before where you win luxury watches. And yeah, that's being as brief as possible. That is me. Obviously on LinkedIn, you can have a look at me on there. There you go. There he is right there. So yeah, sorry, a little bit flustered, but that's,
you're good.
That's me.
No, that's awesome. And I really appreciate, again, we have a lot of projects in the space that won't dox, won't even give their names, won't give their faces or anything. So I always like to see teams that are like, well, we'll show our faces, we'll put our LinkedIn profile.
Stay away from them ones. Stay away from them ones. If they're not going to put their face to it, then stay away.
Right. Yeah. If you're not willing to put your reputation on the line for it, then it's like, why would we put our money into something you won't put your reputation into? So
exactly that.
Really like that. All right. Then moving over to Chancer. So nice to meet you guys. And can you tell us in a nutshell, if we were doing an elevator pitch, I always say first to sixth floor. Okay. So it's not a not a 50 floor elevator pitch, but what's kind of the elevator pitch of what you're trying to do with Chancer? Maybe we'll start with Adam there.
Look, Chancer I like to say it's something that we all know and love betting platforms. We know them already, but it's something slightly different at the same time. It's a peer-to-peer marketplace, basically, where you can place bets on anything with a winning outcome. Obviously, you'll be able to place bets on the normal things, the football, all of that, the soccer, as you guys call it, or the tennis or whatever, normal things that you'd find on any betting platform. But also we're going to be doing peer-to-peer betting where you can create your own marketplaces. So, interacting socially, you can come up with your own bets. Put it this way, you can put a bet on there. You can create a bet. As long as it has a winning outcome, you can stick it on there.
Okay.
Paul, you might want to elaborate even more.
Yeah, no, that's great. Paul, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Not really, apart from it's a community. It will be community driven. If you hold Chancer token, you're involved in the governance of the platform and what direction it goes in as well. So this is a fun, community driven, like what Adam said. And a line that I mentioned yesterday, we're not reinventing the wheel, we're just redesigning the wheel for the Web3 and crypto space, basically.
Okay, very good. So it's peer-to-peer bets on really anything, like you said. You could do a match, you could do, which cryptocurrency is going to go up the most. I mean, you could pretty much do anything, correct?
Look, I mean, we're really hoping. I said this on an interview yesterday. I'm really hoping myself personally. I'm hoping people get imaginative with these bets. You know what people are like. I want to see that people get on that platform, become superstars on that platform. They're making their own promotions. They're doing their own bets. They're making their own weird and wonderful things. Let's be honest. If the platform's going to host a lot of these bets, they're probably going to end up going into different niches, different things like that, and there'll be something for everyone on there. I mentioned this one earlier. It could be two fishermen seeing a betting on who's going to catch the most fish this day. You never know. The fishing community will jump on there. I love fishing. I'm going to get involved in this bet. I want to place some money on that one. I think that guy looks better. He's been talking a better game. Whatever. I think it's what I want to get over to people on this platform. It really is the sky's the limit on what we can bet on. We have no restrictions. As long as it has a winning outcome, you can put it on the platform.
Okay, very good. And then one thing I saw kind of unique was this live streaming. Can you tell us kind of what you're planning to do with that, and when is that going to be available? And just tell us a little bit about that.
Paul, or should I go?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, with the live streaming, that was an idea that came upon it because, look, when me and Paul came up with this idea in the pub, and it sounds like a very British thing to have done, but we were in the pub talking about what we'd like to do together because we were finally at a stage where we wanted to do something together for business. And we come up with this idea. We were already having little bets in that pub anyway, and we always thought, wouldn't it be funny to film that? For example, we've just done a FIFA challenge, me and Paul, to demonstrate the sort of bets you can do on this thing. When you're filming these FIFA challenges, I didn't even realise. I've looked back at the footage and I've gone back to being a 15-year-old kid when I'm playing FIFA against my brother. The stuff that's coming out of our mouths is unbelievable. I even said on the video that we're putting out next week, it's almost embarrassing what you're like, but that's the whole fun of it. It makes for great content, people getting involved. So the live streaming element, look, not everyone has to go on there. You could just do a bet. You could say, who's going to win the Oscars tonight? Boom. Yes or no answer. But what we would like to see is people when they could be out and about. They could be out with their friends. They could be doing something. Do you know what, guys? We're going to go live. Boom. Who bets such and such can, I don't know, if you're near a sports track, do this 100 meters. We're going to line everyone up. Who's going to win? Put your bets on these guys. And I leave it for enough time. When they've decided the bet's closed, they can close the bet. And hopefully they can put that out to the community. The community will jump on that. There's some live, there'll be an element of on that thing that when which live streams are on, so you can actually go and check them out. And that's the idea. I'd love to see people getting creative, and I'd love to see us making our own promoters on there.
Yeah, this could be huge for everyone, but especially gamers, YouTubers that have got a big audience already. They could jump straight onto this, create these bets that people are seeing the kind of fun and stuff that they're imagining up, but they've got a load of people that can come on straight away. Do you know what I mean? That can jump onto the bet. So it's like what Adam said. We want to see people that can almost create their own following on here because of the bets that they keep coming up with, the challenges that they keep coming up with.
Okay, very cool. No, it sounds very exciting. Actually, sometime we'll have to play some FIFA. I have a trophy for being FIFA champion in a
Everyone
tournament.
everyone has one of these fake trophies, and I'm
Hey,
sorry,
no, this one's a real one. I paid $8 for it. It's real.
I mean, I'm quite passionate about it. We spoke to and we had another. Do you know what? What we should do is, this is a good idea to do. I know it's getting off the AMA, but there's a few guys I've spoke to now on these types of interview type things, and they're all saying the same. They're all saying, look, let's do it. I think what I'll do is I'll set a competition up between yourself and the other guys. We'll do a live stream of that, and we'll actually watch me demolish.
We can crown who this $8 trophy.
We'll crown the real fake trophy.
Yeah, and then you'll have
the crypto world. Exactly.
You'll have to pack up and send your $8 trophy over to the winner.
Yeah, okay. No, hey, I'm totally in. You guys put this together, and I'm 100% in on this. So FIFA at one point was a big part of my life. So no, I appreciate that. Well, hey, usually I wait till the end to talk about calls to action, but let's talk about ways people can actually get involved. So I think it's pretty straightforward what it is that you guys are doing. Again, audience, if you have questions before you want to invest or anything like that, let me know. But let's talk about ways to get involved financially. So, well, first question is, when do you expect that you'll be able to start placing bets? What's kind of the not holding you to it, but idea?
No, I mean, look, we do have a roadmap on our website on www.chancer.com. Look, realistically, that we get the pre-sale done, but everything's in development as we speak anyway. But realistically, we want to start doing at the end of Q3. We'll end up doing a beta testing. Anything like this. Look, we want to launch this, and it's got to be the best product ever. My job is to make sure we deliver the best product ever, because you only get one shot at these type of things. If everyone goes on it, crashes. So what we'll do is like a beta. We'll do a beta for a few months where anyone who's holding our tokens can get involved. And it won't be for transactional, for money, anything like that. It'll just be testing it out, so we can and testing out the fun side of it. But that is to help. That's because we want the community to really help us and give us feedback of what they need before the actual full product is actually released. And I think it's only sensible to do that as well in the tech space.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So that's kind of what we're shooting for. So again, first easy ways to get involved right now would be hopping in the Discord, following on Twitter. I mean, that all helps the community and just helps it grow.
Telegram's quite good. It says, I mean, look as well, James, there's lots of competitions in our Discords and Telegrams. We love it. We love giving away gifts. We love giving away little prizes. We are going to be making up some news competitions soon. We already have a massive competition, which is $100,000 worth of chance tokens to $10,000 each to 10 different people that's going up on. So you can find out more about that competition on our website. We're doing a lot, and we're going to come up with even more. We want to do challenges. I want the audience, I want our community to get involved in some challenges as well. Send them in. We've got some merchandise coming out. So anyone who puts some good challenges together with their friends and films them and stuff like that, and just gets the sentiment, gets over what we're trying to do, the fun side of it, then we'd love to have that over from you guys.
Okay, very cool. And then go ahead and tell us about the pre-sale. What coin do people need? What chain? When will the pre-sale end? Are you going to wait all the way till you get to 1 million? How has it gone so far? Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Look, I'm going to let Paul go over this because he's probably got an announcement to make on here, actually. Well, I know he has. And Paul's a lot to do with the development side of this anyway. So, Paul, I'm going to hand that over to you.
Yeah, of course. So, pre-sale started, when did we start? 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago, yeah.
3 weeks ago, 600, as you can see there, $615,000 of first stage done so far. And that, guys, is off the back of not a lot from our side. We're really ramping up our marketing now. Adam and I are doing lots of content, lots of challenges that are going to attract some people to the market. We're obviously doing these types of conversations now with, like yourself, James, and some other guys that we're in touch with that have approached us. But to answer your question, how do you buy, right? At the moment, you buy, it's on the BSC chain with BNB or BUSD. However, because we've listened to our investors, people that have bought Chancer, and they want to be able to buy Chancer quicker, which is great for us, right? But with the recent stuff going on with BNB, we've seen a little bit of a dip with it. We're actually opening up next week. We're actually opening this up cross-chain to be available to buy using USDT and Ethereum. So it's this is going to be a bit of a game changer for us. So people will be able to buy. We're completely revamping our website as well. So it is, like I say, more straightforward, quicker to buy, more information at your fingertips. So yeah, it's a complete revamp we're doing of the website over the next, I'd like to say, hopefully by midweek next week.
Okay.
And this is testament. This is testament, James, to how the team is actually performing. Look, we do listen to the community. We do. We fed it back. Paul actually brought it up. You know, he was very, very passionate about it. He said, look, we need to do this. And we said, let's get it done. The cost, whatever it costs to get it done, let's get this done and get it done quickly and keep the momentum up on this project.
Okay, very cool. No, that's great. Which wallet is the most suitable to use when I buy? I think you can connect with, MetaMask or any of the main wallet, Trust Wallet, any of those. MetaMask is always the one I recommend just because it's the easiest to kind of get started with. So
me personally, I use MetaMask or Trust Wallet, either of those two I personally use myself.
Yep. Nope. Absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit about the tokenomics, or what's the plan with the token? Is there going to be staking, or how do people make money with the token? Is it just hold and then sell, or what's kind of the thoughts there?
Yeah. So the tokenomics, there's 65% is available for the pre-sale. 15% is going towards product development. 10% CX and marketing. There you go. You got it up in front of you there. 5% for staking pool, and then another 5% on the DEX. So to answer your question there, yes, you will be able to stake with Chancer. If you are a Chancer holder, you will earn back from creating bets, being a bettor. So yeah, the more that the staking pool is going to be a great way for you to be able to earn some passive income from this as well.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I love passive income. So you can buy the token, and then the idea is for the price to appreciate. So you could sell. That would be one way to make money. You also can stake, and then you'll get some kind of percentage from the different bets that are going on. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, look, what we do. Sorry, James. Just to interrupt, what we want in this project, I want as many people involved in this project to see what this is capable of. This is a huge project. This type of project, as long as we do this right, which we're going to do from our end, this sort of project can go to, I'm not saying these numbers are definite, but 35, 40 times what it's worth because of the space, the actual space. You've got to think the betting space in the world is worth, just in the UK, it's worth 14.9 billion in the UK. In the US, 80 billion. That's even before we get into the Asian countries. Let's be honest. I mean, the Asian countries are huge, huge gamblers. So the space is huge. It really is. So I think what we don't, I'm not looking for people. I mean, look, you can make that money. You can flip your money and getting on the pre-sale. Look, the stages of the pre-sale are, when it hits $1 million, it's going to go up by 0.1 cents all the way up to the 12 stages, right? Okay, so by the time we launch, it's launching out at that price that it's, on the last end of the pre-sale. What we don't want to, and I want to try and manage that. I want people to believe in this project. I really do, because the project is superb. You don't want people dumping the coin straight away and these type of people messing it up for people. We all know that goes on, but we're trying to manage that and make sure this project for everyone is a project that they believe in, and they're all going to, like Paul just mentioned, you can earn passive money on it. You're getting involved in the community, and you're also, being a token holder, you're also part of the community, part of the governance of this platform. So we want people to get behind it.
Okay, very good. And we're having some people ask about the loyalty program. They saw that in the white paper there. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the loyalty program and how that's going to work?
Yeah, of course. So
Go on,
Go on,
Bob.
Ed. Go on.
All right. Well, look, we've got look. There's different. We've actually just going to be up in that. Actually, it was at 5%. So referral schemes. Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. A loyalty
No,
program
it's
is a
the
referral
loyalty-
scheme.
The loyalty
Sorry, we're not.
program. No, so loyalty program is where, let's say
My bad.
let's say in traditional bookies or betting websites, they will charge a commission on every single bet, right? And that commission goes to them. Whereas with this, 50% goes, 50% is going back to the coin holders, 30% is going to the master nodes and node. Sorry, my mind's gone completely blank. People that are running nodes for us, and 20% we're actually giving to charity as well. So that's where, it goes straight back into the community and charity.
Very cool. Can you tell us about the node program? Because I think that's kind of a unique thing as well. Tell us about this validator.
Yeah, well, obviously the validator nodes, I think we need something like 250, just over 250 to make it truly decentralized. We are going to, I don't think we're going to go into that too much already. It is something that we're going to definitely be launching, but I think it's going to be a conversation for later on. We want to see, obviously, because there will be an element of people, like it says there, 1.5 million chance of tokens you will be needed to create a validator node. So saying that if 250 people tomorrow come in and say they want to do that, we need to make sure these validator nodes are going to people to keep this decentralized, because anything can happen. So we will be discussing a lot more, but round about what it says on our white paper there. I mean, look what it says in our white paper: 1.5 million chance of tokens will be needed to create a validator node to run your node and support the network and receive rewards. So that's the general thing of it. But we'll be releasing more, more PR around that nearer the time.
So that's to come, but it might be something for people to keep in mind if you're getting involved in the pre-sale and you're wanting to get into this. Just keep in mind, okay, this is what I'm going to need.
That is a huge way to make some real good passive income. That one. I mean, when this platform goes off, the people who own those validator nodes, they can earn some very, very good passive income from that.
Absolutely. Okay, so we got a few questions from the audience. So let's start bringing these up before I get too far behind on them. A question from Sovereign Crypto: why did you guys opt to raise cash directly as opposed to using a launch pad?
Paul, I mean, I suppose when me and Paul sat down and thought about this, we wanted it as a community project. So we want the community to get behind it. That's as simple as it is. It's community based. It's for people that understand what we're doing, for people who love it, for people who love this space. I love a bet on a Saturday afternoon. I love a bet on the football. I love a bet. I love betting my brother against absolutely everything, and generally winning most of the time. So that's why we done it like that. We decided to go down this route.
It's so the community can get in there quicker as well, rather than huge investors just coming in, big whales, and owning the project basically.
Yeah, because that pushes us aside from where we want to go. We don't want these. You get someone that comes in and puts half the money down for the whole platform, and all of a sudden he owns you. That's not what it's about. We made this decision to, for example, like Paul just said, turning it so you can get USDD and ETH. We didn't need to go for anyone for that decision. We didn't need to do that. We listened to our community, turned around and said, let's get it done. We don't want to have to go through all the bureaucracy. And as you know, James, what can happen when you get the big investors go, they might say at the start, they turn around and say, oh, well, we won't get involved, but they generally do. And that's not the vision. And it's not the vision that's got us this far. Yep,
absolutely. Yeah, because people don't realize when you use a launch pad, they ask for a percentage of all your tokens. So, and sometimes, if they're not very involved, they might say, well, we want 10% of your tokens. But some of the launch pads are, hey, we want 40% of your tokens and things like that.
They really are.
So it saves a lot of money if you can just go direct, not use a launch pad. So if you're able to do it, then absolutely.
You know what, James, for us as well, look, we thought of different options. Of course we did. We wouldn't be business guys if we didn't. But the amount of people that have come out and spoken to us since we've been doing it, it's the amount of people, we know we've made the right choice, because the amount of people who are approaching us in the last 3 weeks. I don't think me and Paul actually, I don't think even me and you realised how it was going to go for the first 3 weeks, did we, Paul? We thought,
No.
it's a great idea, let's get behind it. But we've been bowled over, and people get it, and people are loving it. And I think we've done a good job with the explainer videos and stuff like this, what this project's about. And, you know, the Launchpad's great, but I'm from a marketing background. You know, my brother's owned his own businesses and stuff like that. We don't really need them. Certainly don't need them telling us what to do, that's for sure.
Yeah, nope, absolutely. I appreciate you didn't use a launch pad. I mean, if you have to use a launch pad to get it going, then sure. Yeah, if it's not going to happen unless you do that. But if you're able to do it on your own, then that's always a better option. Scott says, I know you're taking a pause on NFTs, James. It would be sweet to have a Chancer node NFT. So maybe that's something, maybe we can talk about that. So I've been doing NFTs to kind of crowdsource big things. So maybe maybe a Chancer NFT might be something in the future. So we'll see.
Well, you never know. There you are, Paul. Bring that one up on Monday.
Yep. There you go. Can you do group betting?
Absolutely. Yeah, it'd be group betting. That's a good example of a typical example that we used actually in our first interview was, let's say, if 4 of you wanted to go out and play golf together and you're all competitive, the platform will allow you to create that bet, invite the other guys into the bet. Because that's the thing, right? We're moving into a cashless society, right? You always will get that person that will make a bet, but doesn't have the cash to pay it. Whereas this
it never pays up.
Will solve that. So people can create a group bet, and then, like I said, people can, let's say if they've got other friends and whoever, or other people on the network, they can jump on and bet on who they think would win out of those 4 guys as well. So group betting 100% can be done.
100% you can do that. Yeah.
Very good.
We encourage that as well. We encourage that. I mean, it'd be great for a good group of lads. And obviously, with the live streaming, they're all going live. They're all streaming their bet out. And the more people that will jump on the bet.
Yeah. Do you guys envision having a mobile app at some point or something where people can quickly get on, put in a bet in?
100%. It has to be. It has to be driven by that, right? I mean, you that's your tool in your hand. Let's be honest, James. I mean, it's great using these computers, but what's your computer use most of the time? It's your mobile phone, isn't it? So it would not make sense if we didn't go down that route. Yeah.
Nope. Okay. Good to hear. Yeah. I thought it seemed natural to me. So I'm glad that you guys are on the same page. Sure. Any plans to partner up with gaming projects?
Well, we're getting a lot of attention now. It's the amount of people that are approaching us already. It's been overwhelming. So it's definitely on the cards. Myself and Adam are actually looking at going to a couple of the Sigma events that are going to be happening, where hopefully we could network with some other projects that would complement each other. So absolutely.
We're looking to get on some panels for things. Look, at the moment, like I said, we've been overwhelmed by the response from people. Really, genuinely, and to finding the time. These are all these parts where we definitely want to do partnerships with people. We're going to be spending the time on that. But for these first few weeks, while we're hitting the ground, we're just concentrating on these guys are going to come. The more attention we get, the more we're going to get the partnerships anyway. So the more we can make the right partnerships as well.
Yeah. Gaming, though, is going to be a huge area for us. Naturally.
Absolutely. Well, and I'm partnered really closely with Medicaid.co, which is a gaming community. So we'll have to, I'm sure there's, like you said, there's so many partnerships you could do. So we'll just, we'll keep brainstorming together, and that's great to hear.
Sure.
Alif wants to know, so a lot of times when people have pre-sales, what we're used to seeing is there's this pump right at the beginning, and then when the pre-sales unlocked, then this dump of pre-sale people selling. So Alif wants to know what mechanisms are in place so that when Chancer's listed, it doesn't dump in price and all early stage investors get screwed. Sorry for the language, and apology accepted, Alif.
I suppose that's our job over the next 12, in between now and the end of the pre-sale, to convince people that isn't what they want to be doing. And over the next,
where they're going to earn the most money. That's not where they're going to earn.
Over the next 10 weeks, we will be announcing things that like you say, what mechanisms do we have in place? We will be announcing those. We can't announce them just yet, just because I don't want to give you false hope and say this is definitely happening, but that is a huge thing for us that we have to consider, and we will be announcing things over the next 10 to 12 weeks that will caveat that, basically.
Okay.
And also we want, you know, this, it's lovely having great big whales invest into these things, but this is a community driven project. You know, the more, yes, the guys with a lot of money come and invest and stuff like that, but I want everyone in the community, you know, it needs to be, we don't want those types. I don't want those types of people that are going to try and ruin a project for everyone. Do you know what I mean? Because this, and there will be, like you say, me and Paul have got some caveats that are coming into play, but it's about convincing that is not the way that you're going to earn. If you want to earn a quick buck, there's loads of those, excuse my French, shitty altcoins out there that you can go and do that. This is a good project with good people behind it, facing up with a great developer involved that's been involved in some of the biggest betting platforms in the world. If you're doing that, then you know you're just a stupid person in the first place. You want to stick and hold with it. You want to hold with this project.
Like I say, we've only been going 3 weeks, but we've got we're speaking with Cointelegraph next week. Bitcoin.com are interviewing us next week as well. So this hype, this train is leaving the station. So people, do you know what? Double your money. You're gonna regret it when it's 40x rather than 2x. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So more mechanisms will be announced coming, but shame and FOMO are two mechanisms that you can use to help.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, I think
awesome.
people are going to see over the next 12 weeks how this brand's exploded in 3 weeks. I mean, if you just have a look at us online in 3 weeks, the amount of I go through some of the interviews sometimes and some of the releases that have come out about us. Just go and have a look. Go and Google Chancellor token. Go and have a look. I mean, it's going off. It's absolutely going off. So, and this is the first 3 weeks. This is before we've got Cointelegraph behind us, Bitcoin.com behind us. So, this train is going. It is going.
Awesome. And Eli says, got some good bets going on in the Discord right now, guys. So I would recommend everybody watching, it's totally free. Hop into the Discord. And, you know, even if you don't get into the pre-sale, you can help the community by just being a part of it, helping it grow. Getting word out to people.
We also, I went to bring that up earlier, didn't I, Paul? The loyalty, I got that mixed up. Sorry, that was my bad, because I've been all week working on our referral scheme. I want people to earn passive money now every single day. I mean, I get inundated, which is lovely, but people coming from the Telegram group messaging me privately and saying how great their community is and how absolutely awesome, and they can smash this project out the park for us if I pay them $150, whatever. I mean, more power to them. That's marketing, getting yourself out there. Now, what we've decided to do, we did have a referral scheme where it was only 5%, and whoever you referred, you get 5% back on the investment they put in. I'm going to up that to 10%. So all of you guys, all you influencers out there that want to earn some serious money, and you're going to put your money where your mouth is. Do you know what I mean? You're going to say, "Oh, my community is so great." This is a way, instead of earning your $150, if you've got a great community of all these thousands of people that are going to invest, then 10% of their investment will go back to you. And that's a business decision because of the cost of acquiring investment. Now, if you can do 10%, you're going to get that to you. That will go to you. So if you've got an amazing community, then go on and stand up. You can join our referral scheme, and then you'll earn a lot more than your $150 that you're approaching me about every time.
Okay, very cool. And just to verify, in America, schemes are bad, but in UK, scheme is just a plan. Okay, so don't hear scheme and think, "Oh, this is
right." A referral. It's not a scheme, so it's just being just a referring. So it's a commission. Let's put it this way: you get paid passive commission on the people that are investing. So, say if that person and don't, that person might invest one time, they invest say $100 worth of chance tokens, you're going to get 10 of that. If they do it again, you'll get the other 10. They go, "You know what, I'm going in on this more." You're always going to earn money off of that person that you actually referred into the scheme.
Okay.
Not scheme. Okay, let's get this.
The model, referral model.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Model.
That's James. That's a good point you brought up. Then, if referrals, I mean, if a referral scheme is just something we call it in the UK. If that's a bad sounding name, then great, you're learning me, because that means I'll change the name for all the American clients.
Yeah, the Americans schemes are bad for Americans. So no, that's
right.
fine.
Have you got any recommendations without invoicing me, James? What we should?
I'll trade you a name for a song for you to sing later.
There we go. Paul can sing as well. Let's get him.
Oh, there you go. We could get a duet going. Will you guys incorporate vesting? So any vesting on pre-sale tokens or any of the tokens you're giving out?
Hasn't been discussed yet. So
okay.
No.
Okay, good. No, totally fine. Is there a limitation in the staking pool? So maybe just a little bit more info on how the staking pool will kind of work.
There's no limitation, but you have to have enough liquidity to be able to if you put any bets down, that you cover your bets, basically.
Okay. Nope, that makes sense. Are there any
for example, let's say someone wants to go off. This is just so the community can understand. Say if you wanted to make your own bet, completely your own, and you decided for people to bet against you, everything that you've done, and you're doing, say you decided, this is just another element of it. Obviously, there's the yes/no answers, which is very easy how to work that bet out. But say you decide, guys, I'm going to put down that I'll be able to do that at 10-1, and people go, oh, I'll go in on that. I'll go in on that. Unless you put down, say if you put down $100 worth of chance of tokens or whatever, your liquidity pool, that means you'd be able to only accept 10 of those bets. It would lock off. So we're not going to do it. So obviously you accept all these bets and you can't pay it out. You'd have to back the fact so everyone does get paid, because obviously there could be anyone on there saying, oh, I'll take 1 million 10-1 bets, but not actually having the money to actually pay out if the currency to pay out if they needed to.
Yeah, absolutely. Grace wants to know, are there any VIPs, and if so, what benefits do they receive?
What do you mean by VIP? All of you are VIPs. All of you.
There you go.
Everyone who's getting involved at the start is a VIP, and I try to get in the groups as much as possible as well, and try and keep the community updated. I want everyone to know that I am so thankful for everyone that's actually got involved. This is a dream. This was a dream me and Paul dreamt up in a pub, but it was something that we were so passionate about, and it was the first time we both said, you know what? We've had ideas in pubs before. They haven't gone anywhere, but this one we both just went hammer and tong at it. And because of the support we're getting and the community, they're making it a realization, and we are going to build an absolutely fantastic platform that everyone can be proud of.
Can't hear him.
I can't hear you, James.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Sorry, I'm new at this YouTube thing. The developer team has some tips. Yeah, that's right. Tip number 1 is make sure you're unmuted before you talk.
Yeah, it's always good, Jim.
Yeah. Does the developer team, have they started creating the platform already?
Yep. It's all in. It's all going. In the coming week, obviously, we want to get a beta out for Q3. So we've had to start. And all the day, you got to remember as well, every day in the tech world, something new comes out, and there'll be someone like me who I'm a bit of a geek when I start looking into these sort of things. So I start chipping in on the development, thinking, oh, could we do this? Could we do that? Let's them concentrate on what the skeleton's going to be, which they're doing now. And then we can add on all the bolt-ons, which hopefully the community will actually guide us towards. And remember as well, we're going to release this open source as well. This is decentralized open source, so there's lots of possibilities for this.
Oh, very cool. Love that. And Marina says, how many games will you put in the platform? So just correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't have to wait for them to put games into the system. You can bet on anything.
Look, we will have, we will have the feeds leading into all the regular, the football, whatever, who's going to win the Oscars, all the stuff that you get on a normal platform is going to be on there, right? But the added bonus and where I think our point of difference is we're going to have a platform that you can, and we want that marketplace of custom bets. And remember, as long as there's a winning outcome, you can put any bet on there. please bet responsibly and please do responsible.
Oh,
Crazy.
But I'm also looking forward to the creativity. You know, we are creative humans. You just have to see what YouTubers and streamers are like these days coming up. Everyone wants to do different content to get known, to get eyes on what they're doing. So get creative, guys. Get creative.
Yep, absolutely. Here's a good question. How do you think we would bridge the gap with the market of bettors outside of crypto? So how do you go about bringing in people who aren't already part of DeFi and crypto? How do you bring those people in?
That's what we're doing, because ultimately, Adam will admit this. Adam's not was big into crypto. I've been in crypto for the last 5-6 years. So that's where
Paul kept getting me into these altcoins, and I kept losing, didn't I?
That's what brothers are for.
Paul kept winning. I kept losing. So I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
If you haven't lost your brother money, you're not a good brother. You know.
That's it. But no, you would have won if you'd sold at the top. So that's down to us. That's down to us to educate people, and like I said, that's what we're going to be doing over the next, because that's the market that we're going after, really. In the UK, there's a betting company called Bet365, which are your typical guys, girls that just log onto their app, don't really know anything. So we are, with our marketing plan and strategy over the next 10-12 weeks and further on into the project, once we're actually launched, that's down to us to bring in the new wave of like 20-year-olds that don't really know about it, and which is why we're using like MetaMask and stuff like that, because it is so simple to create a wallet, to deposit funds onto that, rather than it be a long ass thing where you're like, whoa, like I'm not even going to bother trying to buy crypto because it's so confusing, right? So that's going to be our job over the next 10-12 weeks.
Okay. I also think we've picked the right time as well. We've picked a time where, you know, that people are getting to know crypto. It's not something that's so new anymore. It's not like it was 8 years ago. It's not, you know, it's not like that. It's people are getting to know it. And you know what? A lot of people have turned around and said to me, at last, someone bringing out a coin that you can actually use. Do you know what I mean? There's all these coins nothing about. You can't do them. You haven't got any utility for them. Well, ours you have. So that's, you know, that's important. And it's something that you already know and love. And all you need to do is work out, like Paul said, is, how do I get crypto on this? Well, there's 1,000,001 tutorials out there of how to load up a MetaMask wallet or how to do a Trust wallet. If you want that on our platform, we'll do one for you as well.
Okay, very cool. And gaming could be one of those bridges. I've always thought gaming could be the bridge from normal people, not that we're not normal, but normal people into crypto. Gaming could be that bridge.
That's a huge market that we're going to go after. And hopefully, like I say, the more PR that we're getting at the moment is only a good thing, because then that's going to start attracting some big names in the gaming space that we're like, right, let's do a collaboration on this.
Yeah, absolutely. It says, I can already imagine huge popular streamers creating bets in the platform.
Exactly.
So yeah, let me know in the comments, who's your favorite streamer? If you stream a game or something like, or stream anything, who's your favorite streamer? So that'd be interesting to see. Is in streaming, is there something that we can gain? So, you know, like obviously in Twitch, you know, you get revenue for streaming, things like that. You guys planning a revenue structure around that, or is it kind of just a fun thing?
Look, the person who puts the bets on, that's your idea. If you're making up the bet, you're going to get your little fee, out of making the bet. The more people that jump on it, the more fee you're going to be. So let's be honest, if you can turn out, I mean, we have a great promoter here for boxing called Eddie Hearn. You might have heard of him. He's you know, he does a lot of the big boxing fighters. I want to create our own little Eddie Hearns. And then they could become huge on there. But if they've got, all of a sudden you've got, I don't know, 2,000 people are jumping in on your bet, you're going to earn some money. You're going to earn some good money.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's kind of a different revenue model. So instead of trying to just get the viewers, you're trying to get the bets, and you're getting quite a bit of income from that. So
yeah, you're getting straight. So you're coming up with, and you know how it is, James. With YouTube, with anything, you're fighting for attention, aren't you? You're fighting out there for attention. So come up with a weird and wonderful bets, or if people like how you're live streaming, if they see how professional you are, if you're coming up with some great content, people are going to naturally look for you and look what bets you're doing.
Well, that's
so let's
it.
create. Let's create.
For example, imagine people getting behind Jake Paul versus KSI. Do you know what I mean? And bets going off on that. Like that will be able to be done. Imagine if those guys had their teams pushing out those bets. That's what's going to be possible.
Yep, absolutely. No, that's it. That's exciting. Sounds very cool. David says gaming has a very big populations. Partnering with such projects will do great things for this one. Yep, totally agree. How can we become a validator node for this project? So I'll leave you a link to the white paper. We talked about that a little bit earlier, but I'll leave you a link to the white paper. All the details are in there. It's not going to be out immediately. That's going to be down the road a little bit, but info's in the white paper there. How big is the team? I can see multiple languages on the site, even Dutch. Do you use AI for that translation? But how big is the team?
Look, we have a great marketing team that work with us. Me and Paul head it up. We've got obviously our developer that has his, I don't want to deal. I'll be honest. I cannot deal with a load of developers because I start telling them all stuff because I've got these ideas coming out left, right, and center, and it doesn't do. So we deal with our developer, and he deals with his team, and he's got a team of maybe 10, 15 that are working on it. Our marketing team, we've got a company that we're using. They've got a team of, we have weekly meetings with about 6 or 7 people every time, all on different aspects of it. Yes, we also understand very, very clearly that this is a worldwide type project. So, of course, we're having to spend money on translation and good translation. It's all very well and good saying AI, but sometimes, if you're not taking attention to details on these AI things and you're putting it out into a country where it just doesn't really read, as well as I do, James, in marketing, that can lose you your client straight away because they think it's, it's great that we've got AI. I love AI. I'm obsessed with it. But, you do, I am, but you literally, you need to have a team just checking these, checking what we're putting out there, because AI will do a great job, but it can also not, if it's not in English, it can also do translating from English to a different language can leave you unstuck.
Yeah, it can come up with things like referral scheme, and things like that.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's it. I'm actually AI. This is not the real Adam Kelby.
This is not the real Adam.
I'm actually messed up.
Awesome. Well, Antonio, so this was on my list of questions too, but from the legal standpoint of things, are you concerned about regulations, or some people are asking if there's certain countries or certain, like dog fighting, are you going to be able to put that on there? Or what are you guys thinking from like a regulatory standpoint?
Look, what the community would actually decide at that sort of things. If the community decide to vote against, they don't want dogfighting on it, they get it off. I hope to God you don't put dogfighting on this or something like that.
No,
please don't get this. Please don't get this platform mixed up with anything like that. Look, the legalities around it, we're going to be it's a decentralized platform, guys. We're giving it back to the blockchain.
Okay, so it's going to be very community run on those decisions. So there's going to be governance, and if you decide, hey, we're going to vote out dogfighting, or somebody was asking about in the Philippines, they do a lot of cockfighting, which here in the West we might be like, well, I don't know about that. I don't know if we want that on there.
But you know what, guys? In a world where we're all told what you can and can't do, that's not what this platform is about. We're not here to get involved in any politics and stuff like that. If you want to have fun, if that's what they do in the Philippines, and there's loads of people that get involved in it, I'm not saying it. I think that's a terrible thing to be doing, but we're not here to politically govern what everyone's doing. The community will take a view on that, and if it's, look, there could be some terrible things, and you don't want that sort of stuff on there. And obviously, there will be governance by the community for bringing that to attention. But we're not here to do a political thing. This is about fun and having a good community-driven project.
Okay, love it. Love that attitude. What would happen if pre-sale won't be finished or won't be sold out?
I look.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen from my standpoint. Look, we've got I want to let everyone know we've done 615, 630 maybe thousand with very, very little PR, like very little, extremely little. And we've got money and we've got something for PR. We've got things that are happening at the moment. We've got some huge things with Cointelegraph and Bitcoin.com. We've got people coming out of the woodwork. We've also just got a new ambassador over in America. And Paul will probably launch him. We're not going to say on this who it is this week, but we're going to launch him next week. Huge guy, over 4 million subscribers on his personal brands and stuff like that. He's getting right behind us. We're going to be doing more of that. I can't see this project not selling out. I mean, I would actually think it's going to sell out earlier because this is done with it. And you're going to see with these projects, you're going to see once we hit that million mark, you're going to see how much this flies. Absolutely flies.
Awesome. No, I think that's great.
Yeah, the first people that have got involved in this, they're the real chancers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
this is brand new. They're the real chancers, and they're going to be rewarded for that. So,
yep, absolutely. Totally agree. Antonio says, I love that you guys started this in a pub over beers. Yeah, I mean, that's a great business meeting place. You know, that's where the creativity really flows. And
I mean, a few beers, and then obviously, you know, once we all talk a good game when we've had a few beers, and then it was just, you know, and then Paul called me up the next day, and we were like, you know what, he really is a good idea. We've had a lot of ideas over.
Yeah, normally we've forgotten the ideas that we had the night before.
Yeah, right. You have to make sure you write them down
while
you come up with them. Yeah, no, totally agree with that. What countries do your team have in mind? For I know lots of countries have issues on betting platforms, but you're kind of that's the idea behind this, is it's decentralized, so it's not going to be centralized where, hey, we're limiting this country, but it's just, hey, this is on the blockchain, there's governance, or anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, look, like James, you nailed it. It's going to be decentralized, guys. At the end of the day, we're going to give it to the blockchain. We want to create the greatest platform. You guys are going to run it. Everyone's going to run it. I'll be part of it because I've bought some Chancellor tokens myself. Not loads yet, but I will do. Funny that we're putting our own money into the project. So it's how do I explain it, Paul? How's the best way to explain this? It's not going to be this whole project is community driven. I keep saying that. We're not here to get involved in all the political side of it and stuff like that. It's going to be decentralized, and I don't think you've got to worry about anything.
Yeah. And again, just so people kind of understand, this is the whole idea behind the blockchain, is rather than, hey, there's an organization at the top that's dictating you can do this, you can't do this, you can do this.
I think we're all fed up with those people, aren't we? Let's be honest. The world is at a point now we're all fed up of people telling us exactly what we can and can't do. And then we're talking about, why can't we do this? Why can't we have a platform that how come there's a boys club where you have to be in the boys club to get involved in these industries? No, actually, we'll put it on the blockchain. We'll run it ourselves, and we'll bet between ourselves.
There you go. Nope, I really like that. Let's see. Are we the one who can decide how many tokens we will bet once the game and the platform is live? So when you're placing bets, is it going to be stable coins, or are you going to be using the Chancer token, or is it up to you, or how's that going to work?
Both. You can use both. Yeah, you can use, we will have it as both. You can use stable coins. You can use, I mean, obviously there'll be a value to all of them. But it's very simple with the ways, the yes or no outcomes. Let's be honest, it's very simple. It's, that staking pool, all the ones that went yes, if it was actually it was no, then they just get all the yes pot goes to them, and it's equally distributed in comparison to what they put in.
Yeah, gotcha. In between you two, who is the more aggressively open to the betting world?
Oh. Who's
the bigger gambler? I think that's the question there.
Well, I think we're both gamblers on giving up our lives and making sure that we have professional careers, and we went fully into this and immersed ourselves in it. So I think we're both gamblers. I think it's different with me and Paul, because Paul's more of a gambler, whereas when I make bets with him, it's pretty much a cert, that I'm going to beat him at most things.
I'm the guy that will gamble based on no knowledge. It's based on, I can do that. I'll win that. Like that's how I am.
And the
Whereas-
problem when he does that against me is generally being the older brother, I just generally give him a good lesson on most things. So
yeah, but you've
that's
got to
how
go
it
into
is.
these things confident. Like a lot of these games are won before you even take part in the challenge. And if I'm going in super confident, then people get frightened of that.
Well,
There you go.
as
There's
well,
a tip for you.
me and Paul are doing a lot of challenges. We've done one the other day. We've done 2 the other day when I flew back to London. I've got another one coming up. We're getting involved, and we're going to be doing many challenges to bring the fun into it. So, guys, if you can suggest any challenges you'd like me and Paul to go head to head at, please do. And for the best suggestions, we'll give you some goodies and some takeaways for that.
Yeah, we've got some cool like new era baseball caps that have just literally been done. So yeah,
Some 8 balls as well.
Awesome.
We're going to be handing out
this
them.
sounds like a lot of fun.
That's it.
My brain is already storming of what can I do? What can I pit Paul and Adam against each other in bet on?
Well, James, you're going to be involved in one of them when I give you a good old whooping at FIFA, aren't you? So
hey, talk a big game. Actions speak louder than words. We'll have to wait and see.
A little can of whoop ass.
What's your what's your team of choice? Your club of choice?
I mean, look, James, I like to tell people I could be a 2nd division team and still beat anyone you can beat. You could end up having, that doesn't. It's the footballing brain that would do it.
Yeah.
My team I support in the UK is Arsenal.
Okay, how about this? I'll be a UK team, and you have to be a US team.
Come on, that is like a 2nd division team.
Like the 2nd division, yeah.
that is 2nd division.
We got Messi coming. We're gonna be saved. Maybe.
Yeah, but he's not going to play for the first year. They'll loan him out to Barcelona.
They'll loan him back to Barcelona. Of course they will.
Yeah,
watch it.
It's all about money. It's all
about
money.
Man.
Rari says, after this AMA, expect for a new investor. Feeling bullish right now. Well, that's
Let's
awesome.
go, Rari.
Yep, hop on in.
Go, Rari.
How's the ice bath challenge? Is there an update for that, or I just missed it?
Well, I've flown back. So I go between Dubai, UK, and London. Dubai, London, and Marbella. So I'm out here at my girlfriend's place right now in Marbella, which is where Jesse, one of our ambassadors, is based. He's already been on the phone because he was calling me out saying I was a chicken. But I flew back to London to get some pressing work done with the development team. And I mean, he called me something more than a chicken. I'm just trying to be nice on here. But so yes, that is in the works for next week. I'm going to be filming that. And Paul kind of thinks he's getting out of it because he's not here. But look, it's about live streaming, Paul. So if you can't, get in your own.
On that.
I mean, the thing is, I'll have to send a verification team over to yours because I can imagine you're getting just lukewarm.
Exactly. Your idea of an ice bath actually isn't an ice bath. Yours is cold water.
Yeah, we want to see a thermometer in the water, and it needs to have Celsius and Fahrenheit.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll do both. All right, Paul, but you better be game on for that. It's not just me getting involved in these. And Paul already put me through a hot wings challenge the other day, and it was I am not joking. I mean, it was a great challenge. You'll see who won that, but I'm not joking. It was and Paul will admit for himself as well, one of the hardest, worst experiences of my life. And I also done that challenge and then got on a plane and had to fly to Spain after doing that hot wings challenge. And that was not nice for me and not nice for anyone who was around me.
Yeah. I'm glad I wasn't on that flight with you. Awesome. Well, hey, let's wrap up here again. Calls to action. Links are all in the description, but hop into the Discord, follow on Twitter, hop on Telegram. Fun community. This is not a community that's just sitting around talking about the future, but there's games going on, challenges going on. It's a fun community. And then if you want to get involved in the pre-sale, again, website right here. I do have a referral link, part of the referral scheme. But yeah, so you can go ahead and click that link. You can buy right now with BUSD, BNB on the Binance Smart Chain, but they're going to be opening it up to Ethereum here in this week sometime, you think?
Hopefully by midweek, Wednesday. Yeah.
Midweek next week. We're working tirelessly on it. We're confident enough that it should be by the end of next week, or we wouldn't have even announced it yet. There's no point in making announcements for announcements. Right. So we've spoke to the dev team and it looks definitely that's going to be by the end of next week. We're excited for that.
Okay, very good. Well, hey, this has been very educational. I'm excited about it. I think it looks fun. I'm looking forward to when you guys launch. I'll definitely be thinking of bets and things to put on there. I want to thank first the audience. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you, guys, yeah.
questions, support, all those things. Again, the only reason I can have on great founders like Adam and Paul is because you guys come watch. So thank you guys so much for that. And Adam, Paul, thank you guys for hopping on. It's been fun, and I wish you best of success in this.
Thank you, James. Go get
Amazing.
practicing
Thanks,
at FIFA, right?
Oh yeah, I've got my PlayStation right here. I'm gonna turn it on and make sure get a little warmed up. So
Yeah, get
we'll
warmed up, mate.
Yeah,
Big
we'll
thanks,
stay in
James.
touch
Thank you
on
very
that.
much.
Thanks,
Thank
James.
you.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.